Okay, this is just a quick video to have a look at some of the ways in which we can add features to our portfolio. Now we need to go to sites.google.com and we need to be logged into our cqulaw.net account. Now remember, I've said this before, you've got to make sure you're logged into the right account. If you're logged into your student email, it's not going to work. If you're in doubt, when you get to the Google Sites, up here in this corner it will tell you if you're logged in, and it'll tell you what account you're logged in as. And if it's not your proper account, or if you might be logged into, say, your personal Gmail, you better click on that and get into it. Okay, so here's, after the last video, we've created a portfolio for the dummy account, and we click on that, and then we can get into the account itself. So we can actually get into the portfolio, we can edit things. Remember to click on the pencil. It will give us all these editing tools, and we've got all the usual things we can do. We can change the size, we can change colors of fonts, we can do dot points and everything else, and I imagine you understand how to do all of that. One of the most basic things you can do is include an image. So when we include an image, we just go up to here, insert image, and you can see a whole lot of things here that we can add. You can have fun with those later, but images are nice and easy because you can just upload an image. Got to find a appropriate image somewhere, or in this case a pretty inappropriate image, pretty dodgy Photoshop picture of someone pretending they're with Barack Obama. But hey, if you actually did have a picture of you with Barack Obama, that might be something that would be worth putting in your portfolio. So there's a little bit of a delay while it uploads, but as I said, one of the best things about including images in your portfolio is it's nice and simple, and it'll include it without any extra steps. If you want to include documents, there's a couple of steps that we'll look at in a moment. So I can put OK, and there's our picture. Way too large, of course. So if we click here, we can go for a small version, and we can modify it in various ways if we want to. So that's including pictures. If you want to include more substantial documents, you'll have to include them. You'll have to upload them to somewhere else, and I would suggest doing that to your Google Drive. And the way you do that, let's just quickly run through that. You go to drive.google.com, and that's basically cloud-based storage. So here's the dummy accounts drive, and you can see there's a folder that's created for portfolio. You can create whatever folders you like and include them within your drive. And when you want to upload something, just say you've got a document you want to add as a piece of evidence for your portfolio, hit new, file upload, and then we'll find the file and open it. And again, there's a delay while it thinks about it and uploads it, up it appears like magic. So that's any kind of document, any kind of data file you can include there. Now we'll look at videos in a moment. I wouldn't include videos this way. I would include videos via YouTube because it's going to take a long while to upload them, and it's going to be difficult for people to download them, but you could theoretically include videos here as well. Then, okay, we selected it, we go onto the share button here, and just like exactly the same way that we looked at the sites, we can actually look at who can view it. So let's look at the advanced options. It's currently private, we can change that, and we can say that anyone with the link, no sign-in required, can view that document or save it. So that means that that particular exciting document that we want to include in our portfolio is now accessible to anyone. We come up to here, and there's a rather cumbersome URL that we can just select and copy. But then when we go into our portfolio, we hit the link button, and we put a web address, and we can just post the whole thing there. And I often like to, when I put links in something, to click on open link in a new window, because it stops people sort of closing it too early and then losing your page and everything else. You know what it's like when you click on a link and it takes you to something, you think that's not what I want, you close it and then you realise that it didn't open a new page. It's a pain, so I always like to click on that. So what you've got there now is a nice neat URL link that will take people, when they view your site, when they view your portfolio, they'll take you to that document. You can do the same thing with other elements as well. So if we want to create a link there, we can insert various things that are available on your Google account, but YouTube's an obvious one, where you can put the URL of a YouTube video and it'll embed the video in your page. So you're going to need to do a video for this assignment, and that's probably the best way to do that. The final thing I want to touch on briefly, and I realise there's been a lot of different things we've talked about here, is including new subpages, because this is just one page of your portfolio and it's fine just to have one page, but you might want to create a separate page for each of the different elements. So it's a bit of a mess here, I realise, but just say you wanted to put your key capabilities and evidence on another page, what you could do is you could put a link, right, and you could say create new page, and your new page will be evidence. We'll leave it as a web page. There's, again, lots of great things you can get in and play with there when you get excited and once you know what you're doing, but we can create that page here, and then we've created a link to that page. So that means that you now have not just one, but you have another page there. So let's quickly save that. And this should be something that when you click on that evidence page, you've got a new page that's called evidence. You can get in and you can edit it just the same as any other page, and you can start adding content there. So yes, lots of things there, lots of toys to play with, but the important things are being able to upload an image, being able to upload files to your cloud-based Google Drive, and to create links to them. And the only thing that's really tricky there is, remember, you have to make any of those files that you upload, you have to share those as well. It's not enough just to share the your main portfolio page, because by default what happens is Google keeps things hidden by default, because obviously to be on the safe side, they don't want to share everything you upload. So if you upload documents in your Drive, make sure you get in and change the sharing so that other people can view them. So we've done images, we've done documents, videos in YouTube are easy to link in this way, and you can create subpages. And eventually, if you create enough subpages, you'll get a nice little sitemap that you can go in, and it'll show you where all the subpages within your portfolio are, and you can even manage them. You can move things around so that they sit in a different order within your pages. That stuff's very complicated, and if you find that overwhelming at the moment, don't worry about it. Just do your portfolio on a single page. But if you're someone who has done a bit of this before, and you're thinking, I could do something really snazzy and I could do different pages for each piece and whatever, please go for it. As I said in the last video, you can't break it. You can revert to earlier versions. So use this as an opportunity to learn something new and to learn how to create resources within the Google context, and that's something that is going to be a very useful employability skill for you as well.